things that aren't on and surrendering possession. Balmain, as Jason Taylor said, whatever they do, they've got to be patient, control the ball and get to their kick, because that may be their best option of scoring points in this game.
This is O'Neill bringing play inside the Manly 20-metre line. Gillette, Hanley, he looks inside. That's Morrison. Morrison steps, can't find a way through. He's 10 metres out. Hanley into dummy half. Goes to the right-hand side of the field. He's eventually brought down just 3 metres out. Centre from dummy half. He'll go across. No, he won't. Held up.
Well, the Manly players were fooled here a little bit by the fact that Darren Centre was late to get to the dummy half area. Manly players moved off the line and just left the space up through the middle to play the ball. Darren Centre got there late, and really his only option was to spear through, and only a hand underneath the ball there has prevented the 4-pointer being scored. But Balmain, a nice attacking raid there, and again it's just getting close to the line and trying to bustle your way over against this good defence. Great attacking proposition here.
Hanley brings Brasher inside. Brasher can't get through the tackle of Tuvey and Hancock. He plays it now. This is Kennedy. Plenty of pace out of the ruck. Centre, Gillette, Sirinen, the Balmain captain, very popular here, always was at Leichhardt, as Hanley moves to the right-hand side, steps off his right foot. Centre, he's got numbers out wide, he'll go himself again. This time he gets across. It's a try to Balmain. Jeffs is checking with his in-goal touch judge, and now he awards the try. Leichhardt is on its feet.
Well, he took an age to give the decision. I don't know whether he was playing to the crowd, but they got the result they wanted. And Darren Centre, who was denied only a minute to go from dummy half, tried his odds to the second one, over the top, and slams the ball down over the top of Craig Field. Good work by Darren Centre, denied only a minute earlier, but over the top of Hancock and Craig Field, able to slam the ball down from a great height. The in-goal touch judge, he was happy with it. Jeffs had to check with him.
Well, I tell you, they've got the try. They may have got the wrong one.
No, he slammed that down. I think we saw that after the ball rolled away from under his hand, but he slammed that down from a great height. It hit the ground with downward motion.
Tim Brasher with the kicking responsibilities in 1997, and he sends his first one across the face of the posts. So the Tigers at Leichhardt Oval for the first time since 1994 are 4 points to nil in front of the reigning premiers.
Wonderful start. They've looked dangerous out on the edges, Balmain, and when they've got close to that line, Darren Centre's come up with a couple of chances to get over. And as Jason Taylor said, that's what they've got to do. They've got to control the ball and give themselves some opportunities to get close to that try line. Manly's got a great defence. They frustrate a lot of sides out of games.
And of course, leading up to that try, there was a good set of 6 inside the Manly 20-metre line. Now the Tigers will bring it back. This is Shane Walker. He's a big man, 108 kilograms. They work the ball.
Of course, it's new territory for a lot of these Manly players too, in that they've always been regarded as one of the top sides, and sides do lift themselves to play against Manly, but they are also now the premiers, which carry with it its own pressure and its own responsibility. And in the opening minutes of this game, they've got good indication of what the rest of the season's going to be like. Everyone will lift themselves to play the premiers.
Absolutely right. As Gary Edwards kicks for touch and finds it about 28 metres out from his own line. Sirinen on the charge with all of Leichhardt behind him. Stimson. Got good field position, Balmain. Using the ball well again. This is Walker. Again, no one can put centre down. Stepping. He's eventually brought down about 5 metres from touch, 30 metres out. Gillette. The long ball to Hanley. fakes to Brasher, looks for support, doesn't get it. Eventually put down on the tackle of Menzies. Now they've got it out wide, the Tigers. The kick ahead through from Gillette. Well, they've come up with it, Manly, through John Hopewadi, but he's been put into touch.
It's been a great period for Balmain. Now, it started off about 4 or 5 sets of 6 ago. They hit the ball up. They got a penalty for another set of 6. They were held up over the line and got another set of 6 from the scrum. They scored, and they've got a set of 6 from the kick-off, and now kick downfield and force the winger into touch. So a good flow of possession for Balmain. It's got the crowd on its feet, and it's certainly got Manly's tackle count up and taking a lot of steam out of these big forwards. Balmain doing a great job of controlling the flow of the game.
But that's not good news for Balmain. Darren Centre, the try scorer here this evening, going off with what appears to be a shoulder injury to his left shoulder. Jason Taylor is sidelined with us this evening. You've got an update for us, Jason.
See them lifting in confidence after they scored that try. When you play Manly, so often it's hard to get across their line, and they got across early, and now their confidence has gone through the roof, and they're really playing well.
They certainly are playing well, and they're playing with 10 or 12,000 people behind them as Glenn Morrison knocks on inside the Manly 20. This is Hancock bringing the ball back at Balmain.
What they've got to do, Balmain, is not concede a penalty. Now make Manly work it out of trouble. They've had a lot of defence to do to the Sea Eagles. Now make them work hard with the ball. Don't give them anything cheap.
Sidaris works the blind. Joseph to Sidaris. This is Tuvey stepping. Can't find a way through. It's a good tackle there from Mark O'Neill. They lost 6 or 7 metres there, Manly. Field to the right foot. Has it gone too far? No, it's a great kick. In fact, Manly should get the scrum feed here because that is part of the new rule. Craig Field kicked that from within inside his own 40-metre line, as you can see there, and it goes into touch inside the Balmain 20. So we'll have the Manly loose head and feed. Well, you can see now there's some discussion over that point. Kelvin Jeffs has now made the decision, which we've been telling you about for the last 30 or 40 seconds.
It was Elijah's responsibility to signal to Kelvin Jeffs that the kick was from inside the 40. Kelvin Jeffs obviously didn't see the signal. The linesman checked it out with him, and Manly are on the attack. That's the benefit of that rule. Now a great kick by Craig Field has been rewarded with his team's possession.
Kosef taken in a nice high charge from Adam Starr. Sidaris works the blind through Carroll. Carroll's brought down by Glenn Morrison. Sidaris again working the blind, but again he can't find a way through the tackle of Glenn Morrison. They swing it to the right, Manly. Field, Tuvey. Menzies inside, looks for support, but he's well wrapped up. 15 metres out, last tackle. Tuvey, Field, the long ball, out wide. Innes puts the kick ahead, but Brasher, as he so often is there to clean up and pick up another 15 or 20 metres, but he's been tackled out. Yep. Kelvin Jeffs awards the penalty. John Hopewadi going on with the tackle.
He reads this very, very well, Tim Brasher. A great fullback who covers the ground quickly, finds himself in position. He's tackled down here, well in the field of play. John Hopewadi comes over with the second tackle and forces him over the touchline. Good decision, penalty to Balmain. A relieving one. Controller for 5, kick again.
Adam Starr plays it. Step, another step, and Balmain will pick up another 5 metres. Some good ground to be made for the Tigers, and you can hear the Leichhardt roar. Gillette, Hanley, Gillette on the run around. Steps through, looks for Brasher in support, can't find him. This is Brasher now from dummy half. Morrison at pace. Last tackle. The kick ahead, the catch, has he got support? Out wide. He'll go to ground, and there'll be a handover. Hudson Smith it was.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. He couldn't look back on the inside. There were Balmain Tigers streaming through unmarked. He looked to the outside, couldn't get a pass away, and was tackled on the sixth tackle for the turnover. But a nice little option there from Hudson Smith, the short kick rather than the high bomb.
This is Sedaris. Brings Hancock inside. Hancock steps, looks around for support, finds it now from Menzies, as he always will. Menzies puts the foot down, gets inside the Balmain half. He'll play it now. Tuvey. He's got a back line outside, and this is Craig Field stepping around Sirinen. It's good hands from Manly. The step from Gartner. Looks for support, finds it now from Danny Moore. And Moore is finally put down in the tackle of Gary Edwards. He'll play it. Hill. Field. High bomb out wide. Menzies is out there. He gets it back, but it'll fall to Sirinen. Morrison. And what a wonderful passage of football that was, Jason Taylor.
Yeah, it certainly was, Eric. I think something that we need to talk about is the fact that Phil Gould mentioned earlier that the Balmain kicks on the end of their sets. I spoke to Bill Anderson, who's involved with the Balmain club, and he spoke about the great Manly defence and how it's so important that you try kicks, put kicks through, try little chips over, and I think Balmain have got some great results. They were unlucky on that last passage with the chip over the top. Craig Field's kick probably didn't land where he would have liked it there, and Balmain came up with the ball. I think their confidence again is growing as they hold Manly out for longer and longer.
Oh, is this a confident team or what? And there's confidence in the crowd as well. They've already had 2 wins here tonight as Manly comes back at them through John Hopewadi, puts the step on, goes around 1, goes around 2, looks for support, can't find it. He's 15 metres out, pinches another couple of metres. He'll play it now. Kosef, Tuvey, stepping. He's 5 metres out, the Manly captain, centre field. Sedaris goes left. Kosef, this is Innes, but it's good defence there from Donaghy. And Hopewadi can't find any way through the tackle of Smith. The inside ball to Carroll, easily read. Tuvey, Field, will he look to kick? No. He brings Gartner inside. Gartner steps off his right foot, but he's brought down by Stimson. Hancock looks right. Field, Menzies. It was knocked down by Glenn Morrison, who set sail, but Balmain are going to have to face another 6 tackles.
Yeah, just a little lack of experience, or a little inexperience here by Glenn Morrison. Tackle 5, playing at the ball rather than the man. Really, he should have wrapped up Stephen Menzies there on tackle 6 and got possession. He just flicked the hand out, never really had a chance of taking the ball, but now he's conceded another 6 tackles to the opposition in his own quarter. And Balmain have been under a little bit of pressure the last couple of sets of 6. A fair warning from Manly in those last 2 passages of play, that if you don't do it right, we're going to punish you. And an indication that we're dealing with the premiers here tonight. Manly, some great attacking raids in those last 2 sets of 6, and they're very good out of set plays here. Normally with Cliff Lyons at 5'8", we'll see what Jeff Tuvey has to offer.
This is Tuvey now. Brings the man inside. Picks up another 5 or so metres. Hill. Tuvey. Kosef stepping. Looks for support, can't find it. Good tackle from Shane Walker. The big Balmain front rower. This is Tuvey working the blind. Danny Moore. Gartner. Gartner will play it. There's no way through there. There's 4 Balmain Tigers in that tackle. Field. Couple of dummies, and eventually he ran backwards and put to the ground on the last. Knock on from Craig Hancock.
And that has got the crowd excited. I'll tell you what, you'd love to be a Balmain supporter sitting on the hill at the moment, because the harder you cheer, the harder this side chases. And a couple of real important sets of 6 of defence from Balmain there, albeit Manly let them off at the end of the set of 6 there, but